Hey, it's Les with Comfortable Shoes Studio. This is another episode of Art Making, Urban Sketching Edition. All right, so in this video, I am outside and I'm sketching, which I think is probably pretty obvious from the actual video. I had decided with this day that I was going to go outside and enjoy the warm weather. We had a seemingly very rare, warm, sunny spring day here in Massachusetts. And I decided to capitalize on it and just enjoy it. So it was almost 60 degrees with a little bit of a breeze. And I sat outside on a rock and sketched the backside of the hospital where we were for our appointment. And yeah, so it was a great day. So like I said, I'm sketching the back side of the hospital, and I am using a Uniball Signo 207 bold tip, which is my go-to for pretty much everything sketching related. The bold pen just makes a really nice, thick, juicy line. It glides over every paper, no matter what it is. And I just really enjoy it. Now you'll see that there are lines already on the page, and those are in pencil. And normally, when I do these sorts of outdoor sketches, I do not do pencil lines, but I really wanted to kind of find the lines here in the drawing before I committed to them with the pen. Um, and right there, just the what I had been drawing the moment before is an area where I fouled up my drawing. It's not obvious on this particular drawing, but the section of the hospital with the three windows and the archway is actually on the flat rear side of the building, and it doesn't turn out like that to face me. So I'm a little annoyed with myself that I didn't get the perspective right on that. I change it later because my brain can't comprehend what it looks like on the page versus what it looks like in person. And so I have been doing sort of this style of sketching for a long time. I realized I started doing this sort of thing in high school, where one of my portfolio pieces, I wrote about this over on my Ko-fi account. If you really enjoy this channel or enjoy what I do in terms of art and creativity, head over to my Ko-fi channel. There's a link in the description. It's kofi.com/Harper. And so the yeah, I've been doing this since high school. And in high school, like I said, one of my portfolio pieces was a pastel of the headmaster's house that was next door to my high school. And before you think I'm super bougie, my town didn't have a high school, so I got to pick where I went to high school, and I chose the Maine Academy School, which I'm not going to explain here, but you can Google it. Maine has academy schools. There's semi-private, but anyway, it's not as bougie as it sounds. So yeah, I had this pastel piece. It was a very simple drawing of the headmaster's home that was part of my portfolio. And I think the one thing that really differentiates it from urban sketching is there's no ink involved. You know, I did a pencil sketch and then I went over it with pastels, and it was very simple sketch of the home. And I really enjoyed that. It really focused on the simplicity of capturing the home and the plants around it. And I realized that's what you do in urban sketching. I mean, granted, that was really rural sketching. There was nothing urban about that area. And you know, what I'm sketching currently is totally suburban. I live in suburbia. And so one of the things that I've noticed as I've been doing this more and more is that I feel really stiff while I'm doing it. My line work doesn't feel as solid as it could be. Like my portrait sketching, I think I've come a really long way with my portraits. You know, I feel really solid in my line work with the portraits, and just in a way that I don't with my urban sketching. And I am attempting to figure out how do I get there. And I think the thing that I always tell people when they're like, how do you get comfortable in your line work? How do you get there? And it's always, my response is always, you got to do it more. And yeah, I got to get out and I've got to do urban sketching more if I want to truly get comfortable with this, method of making art. Um, and so I'm kind of publicly committing here, I guess, to making more sketches of these urban and suburban scenes, um, for getting more comfortable with it. Um, and making things feel the way that I want them to. So like capturing the vibe, not realism, letting go of that tower that's a little wonky, and embracing the imperfections. So I didn't record it. I kind of wish I had. I had a after I finished this sketch, I realized one of the things that's really off about it is the cars and the vehicles, the SUVs at the very bottom of the page. They look kind of like little gumdrops there at the bottom. And, I kind of like that in terms of this urban sketch, but I decided to sit down and just draw more cars. So the rest of my time after I finished this, so the elapsed time on this particular sketch was probably 30 to 45 minutes. I spent another 45 minutes or so sketching cars. Really wish I had that I had recorded that, because I think that was a pretty fun sketch session. Maybe I'll go do another one in another parking lot and draw more cars and definitely record it. So yeah, that is something that I am considering, is like doing more recordings of urban sketching, maybe some landscape scenes and whatnot, um, and just kind of learning as I go about getting more comfortable with lines and details, and doing the pen and ink drawing just freehand, right? Like just going in and capturing the scene and enjoying the capturing of the scene as I work. So I am using a water brush here, and this is a Faber-Castell water brush. It's got really nice flow. I, in the past, have not liked this style of kind of flat, blobby water brush, but I am very much enjoying this new one. I don't remember where this one came from, but I really like this Faber-Castell water brush. It's got a nice point and it works really well. So if you have a chance to get one, I definitely recommend that. The watercolor set is one that I have reviewed on the channel, and it has quickly become kind of a go-to for this sketchbook. It's a nice compact set that I quite enjoy, and I hope, yeah, I mean, you can go check out my review of it. What I really like about these watercolors is that they actually re-wet really, really well. So they re-wet quickly, and you can flip between them and get the color that you're looking for pretty quickly. And this set is enough to do most, I think, portraits and urban sketching and mixing real colors. It's a 18 color set. You don't really need 9 billion watercolor colors to capture a scene. I know many people want as many colors as possible. I usually focus on mixing my own colors from a few, standard colors. If you add burnt umber or burnt sienna to a blue, you get a really nice gray color. And so I try to focus on that sort of thing. So anyway, that's the sketch. I gotta figure out a way to hold that place marker down while I'm working when it's windy. You can see how windy it is because it flops around. So anyway, that's a sketch. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate everyone tuning in and watching as I capture these scenes and I chat while I draw. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoy my channel and the things that I do, hit that subscribe button and apparently the notification bell if you feel so inclined. Give me a thumbs up, and if you really enjoy what I do here, head over to my Ko-fi channel and buy me a coffee so I can keep doing things like this. Thanks and bye.